My name is Jesse. I'm a clinical specialist with Saebo, as well as an occupational therapist. In this short video, we're going to discuss the SaeboStretch. We're going to talk about how it can help support you and your safety and your independence at home, as well as talk about some of the tips and tricks when you're putting it on for the first time. The SaeboStretch is a great dynamic resting hand splint, meaning that it's going to support your hand staying open, but it does allow it to bend, so it's dynamic. And it's a great thing to help prevent joint injury, joint damage, and also help support you to prevent soft tissue shortening. So in this short video, we're going to go through the tips, tricks, and uses. Let's get started. When you first open your SaeboStretch box, you'll see that you have the main device itself, the product manual, as well as some different levels of hand plates or different amounts of resistance that we'll talk about in just a moment. When you get the brace out and you start looking at it, you'll see that it comes pretty flat. And a lot of times that flatness is not the most comfortable for people. So when you first start getting it on, you can actually start bending some different areas of it, like at the end, to make your forearm have a little bit more of a trough. You can also bend the thumb position down or add a little bit of an angle to it to have it fit your thumb a little bit more comfortably. But once you make those small tweaks, I do recommend that you start putting the brace on at that point. So let me slip mine on real quick. And you can see those little bends that we made before we even did anything do make it much more comfortable, put your hand in a more comfortable position. If you still feel like you're having some kind of difficulty with positioning for your thumb, for example, you can just add a little bit more of a bend there, or if you need more support here, you can add more of a bend there, but that's a great starting point. The next thing to think about is the amount of motion that your hand has. If you feel like your fingers are like kind of getting stuck or trying to slide out, the next thing to adjust would be the strap position. For example, this one, if I put it kind of on top of my knuckles or past my knuckles and I bend my fingers, they'll come out. But if I just readjust this down a little bit and my fingers bend, it'll hold my fingers in much, much better. So if you do feel like you're having some difficulties keeping your hand in or keeping it comfortable, I recommend starting by adjusting the straps first. But if you do feel like you need a little bit extra support, that's when these different hand plates come in, and you can actually add a little bit of a bend to the wrist portion of this brace as well. So for example, we do have bends at the forearm and we do have bends for the thumb, but right where your wrist sits in here, you can actually add a little bit of a bend there to about 20 degrees is a good starting point. And that extra little support in your wrist will prevent your fingers from bending out even more. If that's still not being supportive and you want to try changing the plates out on their own, the way that you can do that is by finding the zipper on the bottom of this, opening it up, and then pulling out the internal hardware. For this video, I will show you how to do that just in case you feel like you need to. Once you have the internal hardware out, you can see all of those bends that we made. So the forearm pieces, the thumb piece, and then the wrist where we added a little bit of an angle. If you do feel like your fingers are really trying to bend out still, then you'll want to take the attached screwdriver, loosen these 3 screws, pull off the red hand plate, and then add in the lighter resistance, which would be the yellow. The goal with these is to work with your hand, and if you feel like it's fighting against your hand too much and kind of pushing back and causing your fingers to curl, that would be a time when you want to reduce the resistance and go to the lighter plate, which would be the yellow. So yellow's the lightest, red, which is what comes on it, is the medium, and then blue is the most resistance. So on the other side of the coin, if you feel like it's too much resistance or too little resistance, and your hands aren't even staying straight and you want a little bit more support just kind of holding them up, then that would be a time where you could switch to the blue plate. Once you make those adjustments though, you can grab the protective covering and slide it back in, and I'll show you what it looks like when you start putting it all back on. So now that we have everything put back together, you can see that we took an out-of-the-box brace, made a few adjustments in just a couple minutes, and have a very comfortable kind of custom-fit brace for you. The goal with the SaeboStretch is to protect the joints, help loosen up the hand, and help prevent soft tissue shortening. So the goal is to wear it for extended periods of time. We don't want you to start with a full 6 to 8 hour period right away, but we recommend starting in 30-minute to an hour chunks and then slowly build up your tolerance until you can wear it for 6 to 8 hours while you're awake and then can tolerate it at night. We hope that video is really helpful in going through the SaeboStretch and discussing how it can support you and some of the tips, tricks, and uses for it. If you have some unanswered questions after watching that video, I do recommend that you check out the product manual first, and if you still have some unanswered questions, go check out the Saebo website at saebo.com. There's also lots of videos on YouTube from Saebo where you can look at different kinds of devices or treatment ideas, and that might be another great place to start. But we hope that you enjoyed this, we hope it was helpful, and we're really excited to partner with you in your recovery.